You don't procrastinate because you're lazy. You procrastinate because of who you are and how your mind is wired. Hi, my name is Jay, and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you procrastinate. We have different reasons for procrastinating. Not that I'm saying that my reasons are better or your reasons are worse. But what I'm saying is that if you identify your specific reason, you can then change it like that. I don't think that people procrastinate because they're lazy. I don't think it's a matter of a lack of discipline. This is what you've been told day in and day out by your teachers, maybe your parents. This is the general consensus that, you're lazy and so you procrastinate. But the truth is that your procrastination is actually a symptom of a core fear. What is your core fear? What is it that you're trying to avoid when you procrastinate? Whether it is, starting that business, whether it is, starting that exercise routine, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you know that it's going to benefit you, it's going to change your life in a good way. You know what actions you need to take, but you're not taking them. And although on the surface, we might label it as laziness, beneath the surface, there's something else entirely going on. So here's what I've found over the last 5 years. I worked with over 15,000 people, and a lot of people come to me because they want to perform better in their lives, right? They want to improve their finances. They want to take their business to a different level. They want to become fit. They're here in life and they want to get here, and they're not able to make that journey. They're stuck somehow. And when I work with clients like this, a lot of them complain about procrastination. Like starting a business is hard, but it's easy in the sense that it's not really a mystery, on what you need to do to start a business these days. It's really free. Like you can go right now online and find detailed courses available of what you need to do to start a business for free. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you want to start a business, look up a guy called Alex Hormozy. I'm not affiliated with him in any way, but he has a free program there. You don't even need to put in your email ID or anything. You can just go in, put in your access his free program to teach you everything about business. It's brilliant. And even though people know everything that they need to know, they still don't start, right? And they think, oh, I need more knowledge. I need to be better prepared. I need things to be absolutely perfect before I start. And that's one reason that people procrastinate, because they're afraid of making a mistake. They want to be completely prepared and perfect before they start. And this is what I call a perfectionistic procrastinator. So that's the first kind of procrastinator that I've come across. And I say it's the first kind because I am that kind. For me, if I don't give myself a deadline of when I'm going to start, I probably will never start anything. Like even to make a video, if you ask me, I could probably prepare to make a video for days, weeks, months. I mean, I could prolong that process. I could make the idea of the video absolutely perfect, research every single thing about it, make sure I started the right way, ended the right way, take 10,000 takes. But really, the ones where I realize where I get the best result is when I just do this, when I just talk to you, and I found this to be the best. But inside, every time before I start, I always ask myself, like, dude, is this really the right time to record? Like, can I make this better? Can I improve this? And I probably could do something to improve it, but is it going to get done? Am I actually going to sit down and record this video? If I keep thinking in that way, no. So the best thing for me to do is prepare the best that I can in a given time limit, and then start. So the perfectionist is one kind of a procrastinator, and the intentions are good. Intentions are always good, regardless of what type of procrastinator you are, but the result is the same. So if you're somebody who is a perfectionist, is trying to get things just right to make the perfect business happen, the perfect video happen, waiting for the perfect time to start exercising, start training, what I would ask you is, what are you trying to be so perfect for? Like, what's the reason that you're trying to be so perfect? What if you make a mistake? Like, what if something goes wrong and you make a mistake? What's the big deal? No, just ask yourself this question: what the hell is the big deal? Because if you make a mistake, that mistake is feedback for you to do better next time. And trust me, anything that you do, anything that's worth doing, you're going to repeat over and over and over again. If you're making content, like I am today, I'm going to make a mistake, but next time I will become better because of that mistake, right? If you start a business, you probably might make a mistake the first time you launch, but then as you iterate and make your business better, you get better and your business gets better. Not starting because you might make a mistake is the biggest mistake that you will make. So let's carry on. So there's the helper procrastinator, right? The helper procrastinator is somebody who is always overloaded with work in one way or the other. They take on more than they can handle, and usually they take on stuff that is not related to them anyway. Like, I said take on, meaning this is the kind of person who, knows what they need to do for themselves, but will take on tasks for other people, or will go and chase opportunities to help others rather than help themselves. And they're always tired, they're always complaining, they're always, undersleeping or undernourishing themselves in some way, because they're so focused on helping others. And what happens is that they make this task in their head so big that they might feel overloaded. They might feel like it's too much, it's too big. And because of that, they will just engage in something that makes them feel good in the moment, that numbs them down in the moment, and not go ahead and do the task that they want to do, because they've made it so big in their head that it's scary to even start. And they're distracting themselves with all the other things that they're doing in the first place. They carry the whole world's burden, helping everybody else, and never start on their own goal. So if you're somebody who's like an overloaded type of person, or somebody who's helping others all the time, and you're using your family, like, oh, I need to help my family, oh, I need to help my kids, oh, I need to help this person out at work. If you're using that as a way to procrastinate on your own tasks, what you really need to do is reprioritize. You reprioritize what it is that's most important to you, and why is it that it's most important to you. There's nothing wrong with helping other people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with helping other people. But if your priority is, let's say, increasing your income, right, growing your business, doing something with yourself, but you're helping others instead of helping yourself, right? Your priority is taking care of your own health, but you're too busy making meals for others, and you're not able to take care of your own health. Then you need to reprioritize what is important for you, and you need to understand why it is important. You need to bring that reality back, and you need to ask yourself, what is it that you're actually running away from when you're moving towards other people and away from your own needs, right? Do you believe somewhere deep down that taking care of your own needs will pull you away from others, will pull the love of others away from you? And that's a question that could really bring about some deep fears. And procrastination is all about fears. In fact, the third type of procrastinator is the one which is really fixated on fear. So it's a fear-based procrastinator. So this fear-based procrastinator is somebody who's really, really afraid of either failure or maybe even success. Like, the kind of thoughts that they might be having in their heads would be, what if I fail? Like, what if I try and I'm not able to do something, and I'm not good enough? Or what if I try and I succeed and now I can't handle my success? So the fear-based procrastinator is pretty easy procrastinator to identify, because they're always anxious, they're always worrying, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if this happens, what if that happens? And for them, it's probably the toughest question, or the toughest challenge for them is, what if your fears come true? What if? So what? Now what? Like, what's the consequence? What happens? And oftentimes you realize that nothing happens. Nothing changes. When you face your biggest fear, let's say it's a fear of failure or even a fear of success, ultimately the result is going to be that things are just going to move on. Things are going to be fine. It may feel like the end of the world, but it's nowhere close. And the funny thing is that the procrastination that's happening because of the fear is probably going to be the very thing that makes that fear a reality in the future in the first place. The last kind of procrastinator that I'm going to talk about today, which is the fourth kind, is the pleasure-based procrastinator. And these people, they are the kind of people that are, for some reason, I'm not saying that pain is necessary for success, but the ability to manage tasks that may be in the short term painful in some way. And I say painful, I don't mean physical pain. It could be just the pain of boredom, right? It could be the pain of doing something that you may not really feel like doing in the very moment, but is going to help you reach where you want to go in life. So the pleasure-seeking procrastinator is the kind of person that has a really hard time handling boredom. And so they procrastinate tasks that they believe will give them some kind of emotional or mental, maybe even physical pain, like exercise. and they would rather be engaged in doing things that give them pleasure. And the thing is, for them, the question that they need to ask themselves is, are the things that they are doing really as pleasurable as they think they are? And are the things that they're avoiding really as painful as they think they are? And what if, the pleasure that you get from a really, really difficult workout session is far beyond any pleasure that you could experience because of a Netflixing binging session? I think with every procrastinating type, there is almost a paradox at play, that the very thing that's motivating them to procrastinate, the very fear that's stopping them from acting, is also the very reason why they're stuck in the first place. Over the years, I've worked with so many people. I've seen so many different patterns, and this is what I want to bring to your awareness, that we all live in a pattern, and the amount of freedom that we have to live the life that we want to live really comes from two things. Number one is the awareness of your own patterns, so that you don't fall back into them. And number two is the quality of people around you. The quality, if you have a good quality of people around you that keep you aware, keep you in the present moment, help you grow, then that creates an environment that facilitates self-transformation. Whereas if you have a group of people around you that maybe are very important to you and maybe you love, but probably not the kind of people that would create the best kind of environment to push you, to propel you to be something bigger, to be something greater. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in the description below. Go and check it out. It's called The Greater Self. There's a free assessment over there, by the way, that you can use to find out what your patterns are, not just in terms of procrastination, but in terms of money, success, relationships, everything. So go click on that link, check out what we have over there, do the free assessment, and I hope to see you on the other side soon. Take care.